My name is Rebecca Gagnon, and this is a video I created for the upcoming DFL Candidate Forum. I've answered a few questions so you can get to know me better and where I stand on some of the issues. I'm pleased that my family helped me in creating this video. I really couldn't have done it without them. So enjoy the video.
Why is my mom running? She is passionate about quality public education. My mom has spent countless hours volunteering to improve the education of all children. Her involvement in the public school system began with site council work, assisting in the classroom, and PTA volunteering. Over the years, it has expanded to a district-wide focus, serving on the District Parent Advisory Council as an Area C Zone 3 representative. She became increasingly vested in the future success of MPS. She also became increasingly aware that serving on DPAC does not give her the leverage to contribute meaningfully towards the district's strategic planning goals. With a lot of careful thought and the encouragement of my dad, my mom decided that she could play a more significant and substantive role in the district as a member of the Board of Education.
Will I abide by the DFL endorsement? I am excited to have the opportunity to be endorsed by the DFL for at-large school board candidate. I am committed to running for school board, and I'm committed because I believe in quality and equitable education for all Minneapolis kids. This is a basic right, and it is also a fundamental principle in the Democratic Party. As a DFL endorsed school board candidate, I will work vigorously for all Minneapolis children to ensure that the school board remembers its goal of achievement in every decision that it makes.
What are my mom's feelings on charter schools? There isn't one perfect method of educating all students. Learning styles vary, and students enter the schools from dramatically different backgrounds. My mom favors successful learning institutions. Different models work for different students. Choice creates competition, which fosters creativity, ingenuity, higher standards, and greater accountability. Charter schools run with integrity and accountable for student outcomes are good alternatives for some MPS students. Also, successful charter schools can lead to innovations in teaching and increase parent-community involvement in their child's education. This can also be true for technical schools, contract alternatives, or self-governed schools. Amongst all the choices, a common goal exists: increasing academic achievement of all students. MPS must be able to thrive in a competitive environment.
All right.
What are my wife's top priorities? First, increasing parent and community engagement. This goes hand in hand with the second priority, repairing relationships between the district and MPS families as we settle in with the CSO changes. Third, closing the achievement gap. We must address the barriers to our students' achievement. For example, lack of early childhood education and illiteracy. Fourth, financial stability of the district, initiating IB programs across the district. And fifth, supporting, overseeing, and reviewing the MPS administrative staff. Their agenda is daunting as they work to move forward with the CSO implementation, transformation of 7 schools, and initiating IB progress across the district. On top of that, they are settling into new organizational structure as Bernadette Johnson steps into her new role as superintendent.
There's been a lot of discussion recently about the new administrative building. How do I feel about the district's facilities and excess facilities? The master facility plan is the missing piece of the puzzle, and it's supposed to come out August 2010. It will give us insight to how the district uses its vast number of facilities. The school board's long-range planning goals for the facilities must include increasing administrative efficiency, reducing redundancy, and allowing for ongoing savings. It also must include upgrades to our school sites, both structural and technological. As many of you know, our district only a decade ago had almost 50,000 students. We now have just under 35,000 students. It is important that we continue to right-size the district. However, there's a balance. We must balance our financial needs, our long-range planning goals, and the needs of our communities. Because of recent school closings, the district is holding on to a number of buildings that are empty or underutilized. These buildings could be sold, leased, or part of our long-range plan to bring MPS back into a community.
How would my mom decide if a school should be closed? CSO. Closed schools made a lot of families sad. Schools bring families together. When schools close, friends are separated and neighborhoods are divided. Many times families must travel farther to school, making it hard for students to do activities before and after school. And often parents become less involved in their children's education. It is difficult to get to school, attend events, volunteer, or meet with your children's teacher. My mom likes the district. Recently decided to transform our 7 lowest performing schools instead of closing any of them. What are her priorities for closing a school? School. Look at the community. Is there other school close by for the children to attend? Has this community had school closings in the past? And what was the result of the closing? Why are we talking about closing schools? Is it about money, low test scores, the size of the school, the decreasing number of students, or is the building old and run down? We now have options under the new schools division to look at other ways to run a school. Instead of closing it, we must explore every option before deciding to close a school, and we must work within the school community to gain their insight, ideas, help, and support.
So now you know more about Rebecca Gagnon, at-large school board candidate. But we only covered some of the issues in this video. I have a lot more that I'd like to share with you, and I hope you join us on Thursday at Sanford Middle School for the DFL Candidate Forum. I'd love to continue this conversation and gain your support for the upcoming elections to allow me to serve as your school board candidate.